first day in Brussels, my first full day. I arrived yesterday and it's currently 7 a.m. and I am on my way to Grand Place. I thought I would come and have a look for breakfast at my hotel. So it's only about a 17-minute walk according to Google Maps. So I thought it's a nice morning. I'll come early, have a look around before the crowds, and then come back a little bit later to go through. Okay, we are nearly there, and it looks like the cleaning crew is out, preparing for the day. Obviously it was quite busy here yesterday because it is a little bit messy, so they're cleaning it up now. But I'm glad I got here before the crowds. I think this is why people say to come at about 8 o'clock. Must be when the cleaning crews have finished and everything is sparkling and fresh again. But for now, let me turn you around so you can have a look. Hi, my name is Mariana. If you're new here, welcome, and if you've been here before, welcome back. I'm a late 40s homebody introvert still trying to figure things out. I'm doing this by pushing myself out of my comfort zone and trying new things. I hope you join me on my journey of self-discovery and the world around me. Alright, so that's it for now. I am so glad that I came early in the morning before all the crowds, and I will definitely be back a little bit later to have more of a look around. So let's head back now for breakfast because I'm getting a little bit hungry even though it's earlier than usual. Head out again with a full belly. So I thought before heading back to the hotel for my breakfast I'd stop and grab a little coffee, and he even gave me a little biscuit. So I'm going to sit somewhere for a minute and enjoy that before heading back to the hotel. And sadly, I have to say, and it's been coming on for a couple of days, but I have managed to catch a cold. I felt it coming on and now it's stuck, so yay for me. I think I'm going to end up leaving here 10 times bigger than what I've arrived, because I think today I'm going to do the Belgian Fries for lunch, and tomorrow I'm going to try the Waffles. Now in Brussels, my understanding are there are two different types of waffles: the irregular shaped ones, which they recommend that you eat plain because they're sweet enough, and then the more square ones which you get toppings on. So I might have the fries today and the irregular waffle today, an afternoon snack, and tomorrow for lunch I'll have the sweet waffle. Alright. You got to try everything in a country for the foods that it's renowned for, so you just have to suck it up and give everything a go. Cheers to trying new things. So back at the Grand Place, and the sun is just sitting in the right spot to catch that golden gilding that's on these buildings, and honestly the camera just does it no justice at all. It is beautiful. Now the square is surrounded in little cafes and little shops, and we've got police here today keeping an eye on things, I assume. It's not too crowded here yet. Okay, so apparently touching the statue is meant to bring good luck, and a French lady that barely spoke English just told me that as you're touching the statue, you also make a wish and it will help it to come true. Okay, so I've just been given a little bit of advice by a lady that has lived in Belgium or Brussels for 30 years. I had been tempted to go into Pierre Marcolini to buy some chocolate and also some macaron, but upon speaking with her, she said to me, Pierre Marcolini is one of the best in Brussels, however it is extremely expensive. It is super aesthetic, by the way. The reason that attracted me was the windows are beautiful, the gift boxes are beautiful also, but she said Leonie's, I think that's how you pronounce it, is a really good chocolate and is always a better option for gifts because you do get more bang for your buck, and there is not a huge difference between the quality and the taste of the chocolate. Now, in Brussels, apparently there are no additives in the chocolates. So there's no preservatives, nothing like that. It's just pure chocolate and the flavours that go into them. So the fact that there's no preservatives as well will just make them taste amazing. I had also been tempted to go into Neuhaus, I think that's how you pronounce it, but she stopped me at the window and said just to go to Leonidas because the difference in the taste is negligible. You will get better value for money from the other chocolate store. So especially buying for gifts for people, she said that's a winner. If you're wanting to try the Pierre Marcolini, then that's a treat that you buy for yourself on a very special occasion, and just to buy it small because the prices are so expensive. I'm standing in front of the chocolate store called Mary, and this was established in 1919 in Brussels, and my understanding, I don't think you can see it here, but there is a Belgian royal warrant holder stamp on the window, meaning that at some stage that they actually produced chocolates for the royal family, and if I'm not mistaken, in the beginning they only supplied to the royal family, so you couldn't actually buy the chocolate. Or the public couldn't buy chocolate, but now it is open to the public, so you can purchase something. And I'm very tempted to go in and buy a box that was particularly made for the Queen. So if you're looking for a sweet treat or a gift for somebody that travels well, there's also Maison Danois, which sell biscuits. And the one that you should purchase, which is a traditional Brussels biscuit, is the spice biscuit called the Speculoos. So particularly for somebody like me who's travelling all the way back to Australia and stopping at Rome first, which is going to be quite hot, the biscuits are probably going to travel better for me than the chocolate. However, I'm tempted just to buy a newspaper to wrap the chocolate up in so it helps to keep it cool and stop it from melting. Alternatively, you could just wrap it in some tin foil as well, and that will help it not to melt, provided you're not leaving it in a really hot space. You can also sit out here and have waffles that are made fresh on premises. So when I come back to buy my biscuits, I think I will have the waffle as well. But I will do that tomorrow because I'm already having the Belgian fries for lunch today. Stopped for a little bit of a break and got myself a mango matcha latte from a place called Cliff. This was €7.50, which is approximately 15 Australian dollars, but it's something I haven't tried before, so I'm giving it a go. They make it on the spot and then they put it in little cans and seal the top. That is really good. Currently on my way to Fritz Atelier to get my Belgian fries because this is the place that the lady at the hotel recommended to me. So this is where she goes. So based on that, they should be pretty good. Okay, so I've now got my fries. The service took a little bit longer than I thought, but that's okay. And I also got a beef croquette to try, and I chose the truffle sauce, one called Andalus, which was recommended by the young man that works here, and it's spilling everywhere. They do have about 6 different sauces, including ketchup. But come on people, if you're travelling all the way to Brussels, why would you choose to have ketchup on your chips or fries when there are so many other options. Now, my understanding, the thing that separates Belgian fries from everyone else is they double fry their chips. So the first time that they fry them is in a cooler oil to make the inside of the chips really, really soft, and then they are refried in a really, really hot oil to make the outside really crisp. So let's give these a go. This is the truffle.
And so basically let him go free, except because he's an undocumented person, he's still under license.
They are very crispy.
So you're
under loose. Okay, so absolutely demolished that. The chips are really good, but I have to say the beef croquette was definitely my favourite. That was perfect, and that truffle dipping sauce, that was amazing. Much nicer than the Andalusia one, which was nice. I think it's a mayo with like a spicy flavouring to it, but I'm definitely a truffle person, so that was delicious. I would eat it with a spoon if I could. I'm not sure if it's because the fries were so good or because I was so hungry, but I ate all of those. So it's about 2:30 now, and I hadn't eaten since breakfast, and I have done so far 18,100 steps. So that could explain why I'm hungry, but yeah, I think I've done for quite a few more hours now. Go and grab a drink from somewhere and keep exploring. I think that I will head back to the hotel for a little bit now and ask at reception if they can recommend something for me to do, like a tour or something, and see if they might be able to book me in for a chocolate making course tomorrow morning or something, because I've been to the Grand Palace, I've seen Mannequin Piece, I've done, some of the touristy things, and I don't want to I've been wandering around for most of the day, like checking things out, and I don't want to spend another day doing that. So hopefully they can recommend something to keep me occupied. Alright, so I'm now at the laundromat. I went back to the hotel and had a bit of a chat to the concierge there about what to do tomorrow, and he suggested the Museum Marguerite, which opens at 10 a.m. tomorrow. So I think that I will go and do that after breakfast. And also I have booked in for a chocolate making course. So I'm doing that at 2 o'clock. It goes for an hour and a half with the chocolate factory. I'll put the details up so you can see. That cost me about 120 Australian dollars, but it goes for an hour and a half and you get to take away some goodies after. And I thought it would be time well spent instead of wandering around aimlessly. So that's what I'm doing tomorrow. I had intended on doing my washing tomorrow, but I wasn't doing anything now, so I may as well do it now. It's about a 10-minute walk from my hotel. There are big dryers here, so it was a lot cheaper. It cost me €4 for the washing machine. I'm not exactly sure how much the dryer is going to be, but it's a lot cheaper than getting the hotels to do laundry for you, and it's just tank tops and socks and, underwear, and I don't really want the hotel washing my underwear. I can do that myself. And it also got me out of the hotel instead of laying around, and the walk. I always appreciate a good walk, especially after those fries, which 3 hours later are still sitting quite heavy in my stomach, and I still have the waffle to try, which will probably end up being my dinner. I don't know how people eat like this every day, honestly. It's wreaking havoc on my stomach, on my skin, and it's making me feel really gross actually. But like I said, I want to try the foods that the countries are well known for while I'm here. I was tempted to get an ice cream earlier and thought, no, I would rather wait until I get to Rome or Milan, who are known for gelato, and have something there as opposed to something here. So I will go the waffle later, and it'll be a waffle for lunch tomorrow because there are 2 different kinds here. So for now, I'm just going to sit here and chill while my clothes wash and dry. Just got the plain vanilla, which is the most traditional. This is the Liège waffle. You can tell by the irregular sides, it's not that perfectly square shape like the Belgian waffle is. Here we go again, more carb loading. It's very hot. It's tasty though. Good morning and welcome to my second full day in Brussels. So after a very warm and sunny day yesterday, today is absolutely bucketing with rain. I heard it start in the middle of the night and it doesn't seem to have let up, which is a little bit disappointing because I did have a few things that I had wanted to get done today, including last night as I was wandering around. I realised that there is actually quite a large botanic gardens about 2 minutes walk from my hotel. By the time I found it, it was already closed for the day and it opens, I think, at 8:30 this morning. So I'm hoping that by the time I've had breakfast, it would have blown over so I can go in and have a bit of a look. From the pictures I've seen online, it looks absolutely magnificent. So I'm hoping to get that done today if this weather blows out. But I've also booked in for a chocolate making course at 2 o'clock this afternoon. So given the weather, it's quite a good idea that I've managed to find something to do indoors. And also the concierge recommended that I have a look through the Museum Marguerite, which is about a 25-minute walk from my hotel. So I may check that out today, but that doesn't open until 10 o'clock. And also I've found the Bellevue Museum is doing a Art Deco exhibition. They open at 9:30, so that's in the Royal Quarter of Brussels. And again, that's about a 25-minute walk from my hotel. So I may go and check either one of those out. We'll see how I go. And I had wanted to have a look through the Royal Palace of Brussels, but it's actually closed at the moment for renovations and does not reopen until 2026. I thought I may be able to at least go and see the gardens, but apparently the whole place is closed from what the concierge has told me. So we're out of luck there. But while I'm here, I thought I'd let you know the day that I got here, I ran to the Louis Vuitton store, which is a 45-minute walk from my hotel. Such is my dedication to getting my hot stamp on my passport holder. So I walked there. They were quite busy, but there was a really nice young man that offered to do it for me on the spot. So he did that for me. So I thought I would share that with you today. There is my Brussels stamp. So now I've got Amsterdam and Brussels, and tomorrow I'm off to Paris. So again, as soon as I get there, I should arrive just after lunch. I will go straight to the Louis Vuitton store and get my hot stamp, and hopefully again I don't have to leave it like I have to leave it in London. So that's been done, but for now I think that I will head down and have a little bit of breakfast, and hopefully by the time I've finished the weather has blown out a little bit. I'm very grateful that I did bring my rain jacket. So note to self and note to all you guys, if you're traveling in Europe, even in the middle of summer, always bring an umbrella and always bring a raincoat. A quick room tour. He said this is a queen size bed, but there's a separation in the center. I don't know what that's about, but anyway. This is the view as you walk into the room, and then just on the left there is a little wardrobe with an iron in it, safe, Nespresso coffee machine. There is a fridge in here, TV, bedhead, big mirror over here, and look at these little side tables. Cute. And they don't match either, the side tables. Dark wood floors. And then separately there is a bathroom, which is quite a good size. Hi. I love them. There's little birds, they're like 3D. That's a 3D birdie. And then just it's a mural painted on the wall, or I think it's actually wallpaper. And they've got your hand and body wash, conditioner and shampoo in the shower. It's a big shower. And then it's got the rainforest shower head, tiled floor. Pretty simple, but it's clean. Towels. And there is a desk. Excuse me, I've already got my crap everywhere. Textured wallpaper too. That's it. That's my room in Brussels. So this is the Indigo Hotel. And I have to say, it's pretty nice. It's really clean, which was so important to me. And it is extremely safe here, I have to say. It's so quiet. And there is a gym here. with a rowing machine. I've already checked it out, so that might be what I'm doing tomorrow morning. So the rain has let up for now, thankfully, and I've just come into the Botanical Gardens across the road from my hotel. It's unbelievable to think that there's such a beautiful park in the middle of such a bustling city. This would be a beautiful place to come and sit on a nice day. There's park benches all around. And it looks like that maybe at the weekends or special occasions you can actually get food from these little huts here. They've got like Indian food, there's fries, there's burgers and little pasta bowls. I'm so glad that I found this little park. It's not little actually, it actually crosses across 2 streets. So there's a little bit to see. If the day was nicer, I'd probably come back and bring some lunch here and sit because it is so peaceful here. But given the weather as it is, I think now I will head to the Museum Marguerite. So today I'm going to Brussels Waffle at Maison d'Andoy, and I did ask for a recommendation from the young man that works here, and he suggested that the waffle I go for is Sweet Mannequin Hiss, which is caramel, puree sale, glazed vanilla and noisettes. And I've just got a little espresso to cut the sweetness. So I've had my Belgian waffle for lunch, and strangely, I have to say, and I noticed this last night as well, I didn't feel bloated after eating them. Usually after food like that, I always feel quite bloated, but I don't feel that. I do feel a little bit uncomfortable because my body isn't used to that sort of food, but it was quite good, so I'm happy that I've done it. I've tried it, so I can say that I've tried Brussels waffles. I am now sitting in front of the Belgian chocolate makers. I'm doing a workshop here today that goes for an hour and a half. So I've got my little wristband here, and we're just waiting for a couple of other groups, and then we can go inside. So I've finished my chocolate making workshop now. That was so much fun. I would definitely do it again. Highly recommend if you're ever in Brussels and looking for a way to spend an hour and a half, nearly 2 hours. Strongly suggest that you do the workshop. It was really great. I'll leave the details linked below. Patricia explained some of the origins of chocolate and how the different chocolates are made and where they come from. So you learn a fair bit about chocolate. We got to try all different kinds. We got to try natural cacao. So we tried white, milk and dark from different areas. So yeah, it was really great. Highly recommend. And because I was on my own and the group invited me to join their little group, so I got to meet some really interesting people, really friendly, that had been travelling as well, had just come from Paris and was spending a few days in Brussels before going home. They'd also been travelling for about a month. So yeah, doing these things on your own is such a good way to meet new people, and for me it definitely pushes me outside of my comfort zone in engaging with other people. It's really, really good. I had a lot of fun and I'm so glad that I did it. There are so many of these quirky little places that you discover when you're walking around Brussels. There's always something new to see. This is really an amazing city. I have thoroughly enjoyed my time here and would have liked to spend another day, but I leave tomorrow. Missed out on the chocolate museum through no fault by anyone's but my own, so it'll have to wait until I come back to Brussels. Definitely glad I came early in the morning to get my photos.